I've been on YouTube for so many years now, and I always get asked questions from people who want to start a YouTube channel but have no idea how to start editing or recording content. But the good news is starting a YouTube channel doesn't have to be complicated anymore. I think one of the easiest ways to quickly start putting out content is recording tutorial videos of things you already have knowledge on. Literally anyone can record a tutorial video in just a few minutes, especially today when there's so many tools and AI features available. So in this video, I'll show you how to record and edit YouTube tutorial videos using Democreator. Thank you, Democreator, for sponsoring this video. Democreator is an all-in-one tool that makes creating tutorial content quick and easy. It functions as both a video recorder and editor, so no need to switch between different softwares. And it also comes packed with all the essential features you need, plus advanced AI tools like text-to-speech, AI object remover, AI voice changer, and a lot more. So I'll walk you through these features and many more. So hopefully by the end of this video, you can create even better tutorial content and take your YouTube channel to the next level. Okay, so let's start with the screen and video recorder feature. This is capable of recording 4K resolution video at up to 120 frames per second. So you just press video recorder in the app interface and decide if you want to capture your screen and camera or only audio. When recording your screen and camera at the same time, you can do a custom selection and decide how much of the screen you want to capture, but you also have different formats here like YouTube video or for TikTok, Instagram. Since I'm going to record a YouTube tutorial, I'm going to choose the YouTube. Of course, you can also choose to record your full screen, and then you can also decide which camera you want to capture the content on. So either your laptop camera, or you could also do your iPhone camera actually. And then down here are your audio settings. Again, you can use your iPhone microphone. So if you've ever wondered how people make these tutorials where they have their face in a little circle on the screen, this is how. So this can be moved to anywhere on the screen, but most people will probably have this in the corner, or either in the upper corner or bottom corner like this. But of course you could also move it to the middle. And also a really cool feature is you can see now there's a circle shape, but you could also do a rectangle. In case you want to capture a little bit more of your background, you can do rectangle, but in case you don't have any background at all, you can actually remove the background right here. So you can see it does a cutout and removes the background, just like you can do on a TikTok video, but this is how you do it on a MacBook. You can also mirror my picture here. And then this is a really cool settings. So there's these AI beauty filters. I mean, you can choose to turn it off in case you don't want it and you want to have your natural face. If you feel like just smoothing out your skin tone a little bit, for example, you can do here skin toning. You can see how much smoother my face gets. If you're sitting in really low lighting, you can also brighten your skin tone. And then there's so many different features. And then if you press the little pencil, you can draw on the screen. You can even choose how thick the pencil is gonna be. And you can turn on autocorrect. And we can also choose the colors, so I'm gonna do maybe red. So for example, I can show you guys something I'm talking about, like the price, and underline it, or I could also do a highlight in case we wanna just do like this. And if I wanna remove it, I can just press the little arrow here and remove anything I just did. So this is really perfect for any tutorials, but especially like teaching content or if you have a presentation. And then another really cool feature is this cursor effect. So for example, we can do a click effect. Okay, so if I click something, it's gonna do a little effect like this. So we can clearly see what I'm clicking. And then you can also do this highlight cursor effect. So we can choose a color and it's gonna do a pink cursor. This is super good because you can also follow what I'm reading. So if you're making a tutorial where you have a lot of text, this is such a good feature because people can actually follow where you are in the text. You can also do a circle if there's like a specific segment of the text you want to highlight. So for example, like that. Maybe that was a little too wide. We can also make it a bit thinner. Or we could also do an arrow. So for example, like this. Like if I'm talking about a specific camera on the iPhone, I can actually show you guys which camera I'm talking about. And then if you want to pause your recording, you can also press pause here, so you don't need to record everything in one take. And one of my personal favorites is this spotlight feature. So if you just mark that and then press on the mouse pad, this is what's gonna happen. So you can like highlight a specific type of content and it's gonna darken the rest of the screen. You can just see the difference. So when I'm talking about the iPhone 16 Pro, I can actually have that in spotlight, and then when I'm talking about iPhone 16 Pro Max, I can spotlight that one instead. If you're talking about the camera control of the iPhone, you can like simply spotlight the camera control. So when we're done recording our screen, we can press the little button here. Here I can now preview my recording and see if it looks good. I can look through all the recording. I can also choose to re-record or quick export. So I'm gonna do advanced editing. Now the clip is imported to the Democreator video editor, and we just drag it down here to the timeline. And of course here we can also import media that you've taken with a camera, so we just again drag it to the timeline. So when we have all our clips here, we can start splitting. We can also drag it, of course, just like a normal video editor. This video editor is really great for a number of reasons. First of all, we have templates. So here you can find a bunch of different templates in a few categories like education, business, social media. We have business presentation, corporate reporting. For a tutorial, I would definitely recommend the knowledge explanation template. So for example, if you want to have text on one side of your tutorial and then your video here on the other side, so you have a split screen, you can use this template. And there's a lot of different split screen templates here, and also plain backgrounds in case you just want to have a basic color background. Next we have a bunch of video effects here. We have green screen, AI portrait, blur background. I really like the blur background feature because it kind of gives the impression that you filmed on a really good and professional camera, even if you don't have one of those good cameras that automatically blur the background. So this blur effect is really good for creating an aesthetic scene, and the blur strength can be adjusted, and also how thick the edges are. You can adjust all of this here. Like guys, you can see the difference here. This actually creates such a cool effect and it works so well. Like look at this footage now and compare it to no blur. And then another really cool effect is the AI portrait. So for a tutorial video, you might not want to have your own background in the video, like you're probably recording at home, but you might want to have like a school setting or any other background. So here you can choose any background. There are a lot of different options. You can also insert your own picture. Okay, and then next we have the AI beauty filter. So I do want to have a little bit of just a smoother skin, but there's a lot of different features here, like face contouring, or you could do a natural or whitening. This actually brightens up the whole video. Actually, this works for any footage, even if you don't have a face in the video. And another really useful feature is the AI object remover that can be used to remove unwanted elements from your video, such as watermarks or sensitive information. So it automatically removes selected content and fills in using surrounded pixels. This works best for simple backgrounds and has erasing capabilities for both images and videos. Another really cool editing feature I like using is the pan and zoom effect. They have a bunch of different options like pan to bottom right, zoom in, and I have used a lot of different editing softwares and a lot of them don't have this already set up, so you need to manually create a zoom feature. This is going to save you so much time. For the zoom feature, you can also decide how long it's going to last by dragging this out. As you can see, it adjusts the time it takes for it to actually zoom in. Okay, so now that we've applied a couple of cool effects, we're also going to do some audio effects. So here we have some AI features like AI denoise. We also have the AI voice cleaner. The AI voice cleaner is literally one click and it immediately enhances the audio so much. And then we have the AI voice changers. So here we can actually change the voice. So you have a lot of different tones to choose from. So you can choose a tone that fits the vibe of your video. So for example, if you're making a tutorial or a really informative video, you can choose a more serious tone. Like we have the educational tones here, or news broadcasting. But if you're making a more funny or relaxed video, you might want to do a child voice or social media voice.
Just like making your Instagram feed. So it works for any like moving object first.
Okay, and continuing with the audio effects, we have something called voice effects here, and this is a new feature. You can see we have a lot of different options here, like big room, small room, echo. So this is really good for having different characters in your video. Okay, and now that we have most of the editing done, I'm gonna use the AI dubbing feature to get text-to-speech. This is really good in case you don't want to use your own voice for the voiceovers. Here we can choose the language, so I'm gonna do English US. But there's also a bunch of different languages if you want to do your video in another language. And here we can choose the voice tone, and it's gonna transcribe for a little bit. Okay, that only took a few seconds.
Order the iPhone 16 Pro Max. Go to apple.com and choose the model.
I don't know about you guys, but I think this audio sounds really good. Some AI voices just sound a little bit weird and very robotic, but this one actually sounds really good, and there's so many different tones to choose from. Of course, I only did a little segment of my video, but you could literally do your whole video, and by doing that, your video can be done in literally minutes. And then if we want to add subtitles, you can see it says add subtitles here, so we just press it. And what's really cool is now that we have a voiceover, or if we have recorded our own voice, we can do auto subtitles, so it's gonna automatically generate subtitles from speech, or we could import a subtitle file to save some time, or just write down our own subtitles manually. And this is a really cool feature. We can automatically identify and highlight keywords. Having subtitles in your video is a really great way to enhance watch time, and especially in tutorial videos where it can be hard to actually follow all the steps. To make it extra clear and easy to follow, subtitles are a great way to go. But without generating AI subtitles, it can be very time consuming. That was before you could do it with AI, so you don't need to spend any time manually adding this yourself anymore. So for a tutorial video, you want to make sure your subtitles are clear, easy to read, and stands out. Okay, and here we have a bunch of different fonts to choose for the subtitles, and of course we can also make it smaller or bigger. And what I really like is it's so easy to make a background with the subtitles. So we can choose the color for the background, and then we could do a black text. If we don't have a background, we can also do a text shadow instead to make it stand out a little bit more, so we can enhance the opacity. And we can also do a text border. It makes the text really stand out more. And then we have animations for the subtitles. So we can do, for example, that when you're speaking, it's gonna automatically select the word that you're saying.
iPhone 16 Pro Max. Go to apple.com and choose the model.
I have never seen this in an editing software before. Like, this is so cool. Like, we can also do this one, which really reminds me of TV subtitles.
16 Pro Max. Go to apple.com and choose the model.
Subtitles are now done in a few minutes rather than hours. I really like Democreator for its easy to use features and powerful AI tools that makes recording and editing tutorial videos so much easier. So if you want to try Democreator for free to start making tutorial videos, I have a link in the description. But I hope this was helpful, and thank you for watching. Bye!